Hey everyone, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Paul, and we are MTG North, and today we are talking about buying singles online and some things you should do and do not.
Oh, and here we are. After a nice Labor Day long weekend, Paul and I went away for a little trip.
Down
And
to the falls.
we stopped at some stores to get some magic cards. Following up on our previous video, cheap cards to invest in, and we talked to you guys about that already. So we went around to some local game stores in Hamilton, St. Catharines, Niagara, just to see what was available at these LGSs to buy in person.
So this is from Black Knight Games. Great store. We're going to unfortunately pick on them a little bit.
In Hamilton.
In Hamilton. Check them out online. Link in the description. So when we were prepping for this video, we noticed a couple things. They seem to have a lot of one-off really great cards. Like they listed that they had some Alpha Basalt Monoliths.
3 of them. Strange. Near mint
condition. And they're a little pricey, but we were like, hey, we got to check that out. We made a big list going into it. And this is where we noticed the problem once we got to the store.
So, they did not have 3 Alpha Basalt Monoliths or a Summer Magic Basalt Monolith, which was on their website. Unfortunately, whatever system that they used to scan the cards in, so at least that's what we were told, it misses things like black borders, alpha corners.
Picks up the wrong set.
It does. So we were really interested in a Chromium from Legends. Great card. It's one of the Elder Dragons. I think they had it up for $154 or $158 from Legends. And we arrived and it was a Chronicles Chromium.
So this brings us to our first point. On bigger stores like this, there's multiple people doing the data entry. And they probably don't get paid a whole lot. No offense to the industry.
No.
It's just the way it is.
Yep.
I mean, it's a great job.
Yep.
But so when you're ordering something online, if it seems too good to be true, or even if it's, market value and they say it's near mint,
Yep.
if you're spending more than $50 US or Canadian, doesn't matter, email first.
Be careful.
Ask for additional picks.
Absolutely. If we'd ordered all this stuff online from Black Knight Games, we would have been refunded and very disappointed. So we chose to go into the store and have a look at the conditions in person. If you have that option, I really suggest that you head in and take a look. Even if you're going to make a weekend out of it, take a trip wherever you're going, out of state, out of wherever, go have a look at these cards. Or, like Paul said, email them and ask for scans, more pictures, because you want to be sure that the card is actually there at the store before you make this purchase, and you're excited about it, and 2 days later you get a refund, and you're like, what happened? And then all of a sudden you hate that local game store. And it's not really the local game store's fault, although it kind of is.
Kind of is, but there's always room for error. Right?
Absolutely. You're paying a guy $15 an hour. Maybe he doesn't know much about Magic cards. He's filing them away in a drawer. He don't care. White borders go white borders. Black borders go black borders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So
for the eye candy, we're going to start resleeving those.
Here we go.
So if you're here for the eye candy, here we go. But we're going to keep talking about the problems. One of the bigger systems that's come up lately is the Binder POS, point of sale, interface that many websites are using now because it automatically updates. It makes their job a lot easier, right? It updates twice a day. The problem with those is the conditions. And that's a problem with anything where you don't have the actual pictures of the card. That's one of the good things about eBay, usually is most listings, even MTG North, we put the actual card in the listing. If the actual card's not there, which it's never in Binder POS, always email, because people's definition of mint, near mint, slight play, medium play is all subjective.
Absolutely.
Yours will be different from mine.
Mine is different from Paul's.
Exactly. So you always have to be careful. Always email ahead of time. If you're buying anything over $50, is now kind of our hard and fast rule.
Next one we got here was a beta Consecrate Land in really decent shape for a beta.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's got a little chip here on the side, but overall for a card that is almost 20 years old, and it's paper, it's cardboard. Remember, I mean, if you don't take care of these things, they're not going to look good in 20 years. I'll tell you that right now.
20 years. Morgan, have you done the math lately? Yeah. 1993 was a long time ago.
93, 03, 2023 will be 20 years.
Do it again. You're embarrassing.
93, 03, 013. Oh, I missed one.
30.
Screw you guys. Screw you guys for laughing at me. Screw you guys all. Just kidding. Throw us a sub. Yeah. You can make fun of me more if you sub to us. Okay, moving on from my mistake in the Consecrate Land. I really like this card. Now, I like it for multiple reasons. Number one, it is Arabian Nights.
Always good.
And you've heard of Sinbad.
As an investment.
Well, this is Sindbad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's the past tense.
And look, he's just a Sindbad. That's what he is. It's his name and what he is.
Kind of hard to build a Sinbad deck.
But fantastic quality. Fantastic condition on this Sinbad. So we couldn't say no to this. I can't remember exactly what we paid for the Sinbad, but I think it was over 100. I think.
No, it was 100 Canadian, by the way.
Yes.
We are Canadian.
Yeah.
Some people get that mixed up in our video.
But
We'll specify if it's Canadian or USD.
Look at that. This is a card that I'm going to call near mint. The surface is great. There's no chipping on the edges.
Slight little thing going on in the upper left corner.
That's it. But, you know, that can happen from the card cutting die. There it is right there. But anyways, fantastic shapes. We had to pick that up. We couldn't let that one go by. This was another one we couldn't say no to. It was an unlimited Lord of Atlantis. So, little story about this unlimited Lord of Atlantis. So we cruise into the store, find out it doesn't have any alpha basalt monoliths. No summer basalt monolith. No alpha Benlish hero. Oh. He did have 2 beta Benlish heroes, however. So anyways, we get looking into the unlimited stuff because a lot of the stuff wasn't there that we wanted to buy due to the binder point of sale issues. No big deal. So we'll look at the surface of this Lord of Atlantis. Pretty clean. Edges are pretty clean. It's not all dirty and yellow. We'll flip around to the back here. We got a little bit of chipping on the edge here. A tiny bit. Okay. So this card, just as an example, was 110 Canadian in near mint condition from the store we bought it from. And the guy behind the counter looks at it and he does this and he's like, oh yeah, this isn't near mint. This is medium play. I'll give it to you for $88. I'm like, we'll take it.
It's definitely something I want to be clear about, man. The guys at Black Knight Games were fantastic.
Absolutely.
I highly recommend it.
We are not, and guys, if you guys from Black Knight Games are watching this, you guys did a fantastic job.
The problem is not with Black Knight Games.
Not at all.
The problem we're saying today is with online retail software.
And here we are with my version of a condition is not the same as somebody else's version of a condition.
Exactly.
Now,
it's slight play.
This card's not medium play. Absolutely no. It's a light play, an LP or an SP, if anything.
You know, a bit of wear on the back. The front's clean. The white is fantastic. There's not a whole lot of black spots.
But I mean, this is a Merfolk that's played in every Merfolk deck, so this was a played card.
As in used.
Yes.
It was a used kit.
All right, and we picked up a...
This is a cheaper one. We're always... Check out our last video if you haven't. Always looking for the cheaper old stuff, right?
That's right. Here's a card.
It's like $2 or something.
Almost 30 years old, Paul. And it's the kind of card that... Okay, so let's be clear about a couple things. We looked at a Gwendolyn de Courcy, a Dakon Blackblade. What was the third one?
Living Lands?
Living Plane.
Living Plane.
But no, there was a third gold one. Oh, Tetsu.
And Johan.
And Johan was near mint, so I'm not gonna discuss that one. But the Gwendolyn, the Blackblade, and the Tetsu were they were
just a little too far gone, right? When you're investing in a card.
Yep, to spend that much money on it. But look at this. We paid $7, I believe, for this, or thereabouts, Canadian.
Yeah, it might have been a little less.
It's an over 30-year-old card in fantastic condition, and it's a gold-bordered Legends card. You can't not pick that up for $5 or $6, whatever we paid for it.
Yeah. And we're not expecting to go to $100 either.
We're not.
But, you know, someday $20, flip it for 20.
That's what I mean. To speculate on this card, I bet you, once the market catches up and realizes how old these cards are and there isn't that many left in this type of condition, it's a $20 card all of a sudden. So we increase our profit there by...
Yeah, as far as condition and investments go, I would always go for the more mint card.
Absolutely.
If you have to buy a lesser exciting card. Does that make sense?
Yes, because...
Like, Telekinesis is a pretty good card, but if you can't afford a near mint Telekinesis or Slight Play, don't buy a medium or
Oh.
heavy play.
It's going to be hard to move later.
It's harder to move, absolutely.
That'll be the issue with selling high play or medium play cards.
That are investments.
Yeah.
Playable cards are a little different, right? There is a big market for played cards. Like dual lands. Played dual lands are always in demand.
You're going to get people that are going to try to beat you up on the price on a moderately played card because...
Yeah, because it is played.
Yep. Now here's what I want to talk about for a second. Probably nobody remembers this card because I didn't remember it.
I didn't remember it.
Never even seen this dude before.
It's a Legends deep dive.
It's Greg.
From Tabletop Giant.
From Tabletop Giant. There he is. It's a near mint card. Oh, no. It's got some denting. Yeah, like somebody had some gravel on the sleeve or something like that.
I think they had it listed at near mint, but again, once we pointed out to the guy, I think he dropped it in medium play for us.
He did.
All right.
Little ding there in the bottom, but not too bad overall. And again, this is the kind of card you don't see very much. It's not just, there's not thousands of these sitting in people's basements in binders or in boxes.
No, you kind of broke your own rules there though, Morgan, right? Because we're just saying how go for the near mint or slight play.
Right.
Whereas that one's more medium.
But right? We broke our rules because it was so cheap and because it's, you don't see it.
Yes.
If I had seen this a million times at other LGS, I'd be like, no, we're not buying that. It's medium play. And in fact, we discussed a couple of times, there was a couple of cards that we were like, no, we're not going to pick that up because it is too played and we think it will be tough to move later on.
Definitely. We did that with the higher end stuff for sure.
Gwendolyn, Dakon.
Yeah.
I think there was even some 7th edition foils we looked at that were just a little too cloudy for our liking.
Yep.
Here we got a Divine Offering. I think we paid not very much for this.
No, it was reprinted in Chronicles.
It was 70 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
But here we are with an Legends original printing in NM condition for 70 cents. 70 cents Canadian, people.
That's like a quarter.
That's an investable card. That's a take a chance card all day long from Legends.
And they look cool, right? That's also why we do this.
Black Border.
Functional art, man.
Here's another card I think we only paid $3 or $4 for.
These are a few of the cheapies here, right?
Yep.
Just practicing what we preached last
That's right,
video.
guys. This is what we picked up. An Island Walk 1-2. Fantastic. Oh, look at that.
Cool art.
Yep, very cool. Very nostalgic to both of us.
Old school blackboard.
These are the kind of things people were playing at the kitchen table when we were kids. Picked up a
Same
Blazing
with it. This
Effigy.
was another 70-cent pickup.
Yep, it is. Very good. Very good condition. Any Legends cards, people that you can buy under $1, just do it. Email me if you're mad later. I don't know what else to tell you. You can't go wrong buying stuff like this.
They can't really go lower, right? Anything like that?
There's no way that card drops in price.
Because it's almost at the floor.
Okay, so here is a purchase that was definitely, all these mana batteries were reprinted in Chronicles. However, the originals all hold slightly more value than any of the reprints.
Which we've said before on channel.
Especially when they're in this type of condition from Legends.
Hit the sub button, man. We talk about this stuff all the time now. We do openings if you're new here.
Guys,
thank you to all the new subs, Mark.
That's right. Thank you. Guys, anybody checking us out that sees these cards that we're talking about right now, they're all chance-taking cards. Generous. So if you see this Barktooth Warbeard at your LGS, grab them for cheap. And you know what? In 2 years, if it's done nothing, you're not going to lose your $5 you paid. No. I'll tell you that right now.
The 70-cent cards, right? You're not looking to go to 100. You're looking to go to $5.
And the more people that start to build collections of Legends, the more people are going to be looking for near mint cards for their collections. And if you have near mint Legends, cha-ching! At least that's what I think.
Yep. Supply and demand.
Very cheap pickup here. I believe it was 60 cents.
That was good back in the day, man. One green, one colors for a 2-2. That's like Grizzly Bears.
2 for 2-2 vanilla. Can't beat that.
You can run 4 of those and 4 Grizzly Bears.
Brian Wackwitz. Okay. Oh, I like this card.
Another Chronicles
card. Another Chronicles card, but I liked the condition of this card, and the artwork is so cool. Those beasts are just so cool, you know?
Yeah.
Again, fantastic condition. You got a little mark there in the bottom, but
slightly.
Like I said, this is almost a 30-year-old card. Oh, and
Carry Dance was up higher than I thought
it was $40.
This is one of those cards that was reprinted.
But it's $40, original printing.
Yeah. I believe it is a rare though, right?
Yes. It's a Legends rare Carrying Ants, and it's a great card.
Yep.
+1/+1 for 1, and you can do it as many times you want.
If you have the income and you can afford to buy these instead of the 70-cent cards we're also buying, you can go right ahead, man. I would say definitely do it.
That's right.
Diversify, spread out. Don't just buy 20 Legends Carrying Ants.
We just happened to buy all these Legends cards because they had so many Legends cards available for sale. We were like, you know what? We can't pass this up.
Yeah.
These are going to be, the older the sets you buy, okay, are going to leave the marketplace first. So Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Legends, because people are looking for them. People are going to get them, which means you can't get them if everybody else is getting them before you do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the types of cards that will be leaving the market and won't be around anymore because Paul and I just bought this Cyclopean Mummy for 70 cents. Now you can't buy this Cyclopean Mummy for 70 cents. But near mint card, very nice. And like, how do you go wrong with 70 cents?
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the crevasse here. I just want to, I'm saying it right. It's the crevasse. Creatures with Mountain Walk may be blocked as if they did not have this ability. Fantastic.
Best sideboard card ever.
Yep. Oh, you got Mountain Walk? Check out my crevasse.
My 3-drop crevasse. Yeah, it's silly, but like you said, it's cheap.
Exactly. It's an enchantment. Okay, and here is our Alpha Benelish Hero.
Beta.
Here is our Alpha Benelish Hero. At least according to Binder Point of Sale.
Yep.
This is our Alpha. It's not.
Don't worry, we paid for a beta. The guy didn't rip us off at Black Knight Games.
I mean,
He was fantastic.
We're not that dumb, people. But the corners are much different on an Alpha than they are in a beta. We knew this was a beta. I think we paid $16 for this, whereas the Alpha counterpart was $156.
Something like that.
But they didn't have it. Yeah, my numbers might be a few dollars off here.
We did a lot of numbers this weekend. Morgan's getting lost in them, but
150 was the Benelish Hero though for Alpha.
Yeah, near mid.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's rounding it out for today, guys. Obviously, number one lesson: if you're buying something on the internet, make sure you see pictures of it first.
That's right. Ask for scans. If they can't do scans, get pictures from every angle. You want to see surface conditions, corner conditions.
If the store is too lazy to send you an email back on a $100+ purchase, you probably don't want to buy from that store.
That's right. So just going over quickly what we got here. 2 betas and a ton of legends. Very nice. All right, guys. Thanks. Oh, 1 unlimited. 2 unlimited. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for checking us out. Give us a sub here. We're going to be talking about more investable stuff as far as Magic the Gathering goes with older sets.
Coming up next, man, we got a mail day. Sweet mail day coming in.
Yes.
So if you like eye candy and to see what we're investing in.
That's right.
Hit the sub button. Check us out.
We'll even try to teach you how to invest into the newer stuff.
That's coming up.
All right,
starting to look better. See ya.